Hey, how you doing guys? It's Ilya Belly here. I do coding stuff on YouTube. Check the description for all my information. I do all LeetCode problems. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a big thumbs up to support it, and this is called daily temperatures. Given a list of daily temperatures T, return a list such that for each day in the input tells you how many days you would have to wait until a warmer temperature. If there is no future day for which this is possible, put 0 instead. For example, given the list of temperatures T, and your output should be, you can see, no, the length of temperatures will be in the range 1 and, you know, each temperature will be an integer in the range. Alright, well, we can solve this problem using stack data structure, like last in first out. We push the element onto the top of the stack, and then we pop the elements from the top of the stack. And I'll show you how we can improve that solution a bit. Yeah, so let's start. First, you need to create an array result which will contain all our calculations. So we say new integer t dot length, and then we create a stack integer stack equals to new stack integer. Then we are looping through this array of t through this all possible temperatures. So we say for int I equals to 0, and I is less than t dot length and I plus plus. Then we need to create a while loop. We check if the stack is not empty, and also t at I, the element at this position is greater than the element then t and stack dot peak. Then we can say int index equals to stack dot pop, and result at this index equals to I minus index. And we also need to push the element onto the top of the stack, so we say stack dot push not element, I mean index, so the I, and finally we return the result. Let's run this code. Accept it. Let's submit. There we go, success. So what are we doing here? We create an array result which will contain all possible calculations, like here, right? Then we create initialize a stack. We are looping through this array of all possible temperatures, and we say the first time when we are at the first element, the stack is empty. Then we push at each iteration, we push indices, right, onto the top of the stack. And then while stack is not empty, we just calculate the difference between elements every time when we see that the next element is greater than the previous one. Suppose like here, right, we just pushed like 0, right, and 74 is greater than 73, so we just say pop like 0, and then at 0 we need to say I index 1 and 73 like index, right, 0. Then 1 minus 0 will be 1, so result, at 0 will be 1, like here. And yeah, so when we are, suppose like here, we can see that decrease in order, so we just keep pushing the element onto the top of the stack, and then we just when we are here, we just pop the elements and calculate the difference between, like, that's it. To optimize this solution, you can use like stack by array, right, by integer array, right. You don't need to like this stack, you can delete that, and here you just can create integer stack equals to new integer integer t dot length to push the elements onto the top of the stack, like to this array. You need to create kind of like the variable top equals to -1 initially. Here you say while top doesn't is greater than -1, and also element at it is greater than stack at top, right? And here you just need to say stack at top minus. We just pop the element from the top of the stack, and then we decrement this pointer, this top, right? So here we say like an index, right? And here every time when we are looking through this array, we need to push the index onto the top of the stack. So we say like stack at we need to increment first the pointer top, and then say equals to 1, equals to I. Yeah, so we just create, like, we have an array of the result, right? We got a stack like represented, which is represented by an array of integer. The length of that array will be t.length top equals to -1, and the first time top equals to -1, so we just don't go to this solution, we just keep that. We push we increment top by 1 will be 0. At 0 position we say we add this index like 0, right? And then we use this index in the next calculations, like here, to calculate the results, right? So if it's greater than -1 and the current element is greater than the previous one, I mean from the top of the stack, then we pop the element from the top of the stack, kind of like, just get the element from that index, and then we decrement that element, and we set up result index. We get our index, and the result will be the difference between the current one and index. That's it. Let's run this code. I think that's super easy. You just need to know about that as well. Then you can do kind of like all that stuff, Success. Great. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below. I want to know what you think, as always. See you next time. Bye.